This Valentine's Day, celebrate the one you love the most with Hallmark cards at Walgreens. Valentine's Day is the best time to send your favorite person a reminder of just how much they mean to you. A Hallmark card is a super simple and beautiful way to say how grateful you are for the love you two share. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is Saturday, February 14th. Visit Walgreens today to find a Hallmark card that shows just how much you love them. Because love lives here.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Welcome to this episode of Short Shifts. I'm your driver. What? I'm your chauffeur? I don't know who I am, but I'm Jehu Jeffrey Scott Lavecchio. My co-pilot on this episode is the one, the only, the Topher Scott. Toph has 10 minutes on the clock for me. He has no idea what I'm about to say. Nobody does. Toph, your topic tonight. All right, this is something I've been talking to the kids with. I'm training. I'm at 3 days a week at TPH St. Louis Academy, where I'm working with the kids in the gym. And been talking to, every weekend. How was your weekend? What do you, where were you? Where were you playing? All this stuff. All these kids now, they go to showcases and there's not a lot of tournaments anymore. And I hate that. I want to know your thoughts on showcase weekends versus tournaments. You and I grew up, we played in tournaments. I think there's something to be said about like losing and then not getting another game. Not like you're going on a weekend, you're guaranteed a certain amount of games. I also think playing in championship games or playing in games where you could lose, like you don't move on to the next round. I think that type of pressure is great for athletes. That's just my own thoughts. What are your thoughts on tournaments? Should we have more of them, bring those back? Or is it now, are we just destined for showcase weekends every freaking weekend now with no winners or anything? Ugh. It's like
First of all, people use the word showcase very loosely.
Yeah.
Because showcase means there are scouts there watching.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, like if you have a peewee, there's no such thing as a peewee showcase or a squirt showcase or a mite showcase or probably a bantam showcase. Like maybe in some instances, like you can get away with bantam, but like anything under that, if it's called a showcase at peewee or squirt or mite, Adam novice up in Canada, it's not because there are no scouts in the stands that are watching that age. I guarantee you. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what else you would call it if there's like not a winner, but other than showcase, but like it's not a showcase. So
games.
yeah.
You're playing games. Congrats. It's not
playing
showcase.
Games in an organized fashion. And so the reason why people do showcases is because it gives a little bit of schedule predictability. Like if you have, like, let's say you're a team that's from Chicago and you're going to a showcase in Boston, right? Then like, you have to book a flight. And so when do I book a flight if I don't know that, when the championship, or if my team's going to be in the championship game or whatever. Now you could just book the flight after the championship game, but then it's a little bit tougher because there's only so many Sunday night flights back to wherever you're coming from. Right. So the reason why there's showcases and not tournaments is just a little bit more of predictability from a travel standpoint. I am 100% with you though. Like there's nothing better than tournaments. There is nothing better than a round robin tournament and then a quarterfinal, and then a semifinal, and then a championship game at the end of the day. Because, yeah, like it's more about the team than like a showcase in and of itself. You are showcasing yourself as an individual. Like that's that's why you do them. Like tournaments is about the team and the team winning the tournament, which also sends a great message. But like, I forget about like the academic or why it would be like, just put yourself in a kid's shoes. How much more fun was a weekend when there was a potential playoff round and a championship game?
I never did. More fun.
Did we ever have showcases when we were younger? I don't think. Like the only one we really did was like the national festivals, the USA national festivals. That was it.
Yeah, and I guess those are showcases by definition, but it wasn't like every weekend in the season. It was like you had to earn the right to be the best players from the Central District, from Minnesota, from West Coast or whatever, the team that always lost every game at the
Not
Select
anymore.
Festival.
Pacific, I think, won
Well,
Select 17 last year.
85s. That's all I care about, right?
Yeah,
So
okay. That
we
was
just tell me that.
30 years ago, 20 years ago.
Hey,
Whatever.
I still got that newspaper clipping. Got the gold medal.
know.
All of us. What's up,
Oh, yeah.
baby?
Select
Oh
17, Central
God,
District. Let's go.
See, tournaments, man. Tournaments are better than showcases. All right. Let's make a clear winner at the end of the tournament. Let's bring back like effort. Like, yeah, you're coming here and you got to earn that third or fourth game. You've got like fourth or fifth, whatever the hell we want to call it, right? Like, let's get back to like meritocracy, and let's get back to like making winning like a thing that you're trying to do. We need that in sports, because in life we got all these kids who just want to sit around and watch TikTok all day and do nothing. And it's like,
Get their
yeah,
participation trophies.
right? Like that's
Whatever.
bullcorn. Like, obviously the do you know what movie that's from or no?
I would if you said it. What is it?
Yeah. I'll try to think of another
Do you
one.
know the movie that's from, now that you say that?
Well, I'm trying. Somebody in there called me.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh. Can't hardly wait.
Can't hardly wait. Yep. Anyways, okay. Bullcorn, man. All right. So I don't even know where I was. I just started thinking about Can't Hardly Wait.
We're talking
What a
about
movie.
participation trophies. And
Oh, yeah. Participation trophies. Ew. All right. We need to teach kids the value of trying to win. Need to teach them the value of going after a goal and selling out and doing everything they can to achieve said goal, because in that process they learn so much about how to be successful, how to pick themselves up after a loss, like just every freaking lesson that we need them to learn comes from like winning and losing in sports. So let's use that vehicle as a freaking metaphor and stop making, because like you said, I didn't even think about that part of it. Showcases are literally like, kids go to them to like literally worry about themselves and who's watching them. And it's not at all about the team anymore, right? Because there's
a
no
time and a place
winning.
for those. There's a time and a place for those.
Yeah.
Let's not totally poo-poo them, because there is a time and a place, and there is such thing as recruiting and scouting to juniors and college and pros.
They used to do that at tournaments for us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
And teams want to know who's going to be there in the third period of a tied game for the championship. How are you going to perform? How do you play?
I will say that from a scouting standpoint, we put way more weight on a championship game than we do on, a Friday night first game of a showcase. That's right? For damn sure. Yeah.
100%. And so for me and for the kids, I just think it's way more fun for the kids. And I don't even want trophies at the end, just give a handshake. All right. Congrats. You won. You guys are champs. Maybe one big trophy, but everybody doesn't need a trophy.
And let me go a step further, just kind of like with what you're talking about. So obviously we had talked on our hour-long podcast out on Mondays about my buddy Ray passing away earlier this year. And so one of the things that brings that to the forefront is just creating memories, right? Creating memories. And you get that in tournaments. Like you get that in tournaments. I remember, like, it's so funny. Like, I played against NAR in Silver Sticks squirts, like squirt AA, when we were like 10, 11 years old. And last year working in Michigan together, like we still talk about it.
That's awesome.
And like tournaments create memories, and it not even just honestly for like the kids, but for the parents too. I remember when we won nationals that Bantam year, again, like just to even bring the point home even more, like we won nationals that year. 20 years later, we had a Zoom reunion because it was during COVID, and every single player on that team showed up to that Zoom, like the reunion Zoom. And so I do think, like, talking about memories, like that's what it's honestly at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. That's what life's all about, is like creating great memories with people that you love. And so tournaments do that, like, and not even just the winning of the tournaments, but losing in heartbreaking fashion brings you closer together with people and gives you opportunities to strive for something even more in the future and stuff. So yeah, man, like, like you're just creating good memories. Showcases don't do that. They don't do that. Like tournaments, I think they do that.
I love it. I never want to influence or say something just because I don't want you to ever say something just because I think it. Obviously, it's not what we do. The whole point of this is to hear your opinion before you hear mine and vice versa. But I was hoping you would say that, man. You're so right. And the creating of memories. Like if you go to 6 or 8 showcases a season and you just go there and play 3 games, it's like, yeah. Okay. Well, what showcase was that at? It's like, oh my God, you remember double overtime in the semifinals in Huron in 92? Oh my God. Like that's how we remember this stuff because the games had meaning. And I think we got to get back.
That's good training too. The more important you can make the games, it's better training for kids as they go up to each level because games get more important the higher the level you go as well.
Every game's important. And that's why I love tournaments over showcases. Share the show, guys. Thanks for listening.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.